Hey everyone, it's Milo here for the Fellowship of Acoustics and welcome to a new episode of New Arrivals. It's a new week and new guitars came in, and as always we're going to find our 4 favorite new entries to our store, at least to this part of the store right now, and then it's up to you to pick your favorite of the week. You can do so by leaving a comment down below or vote in the poll, and that is in the community side of our YouTube page. And last week your favorite was of course the vintage Martin. We see that all the time. If there's a vintage Martin it mostly wins. This one was a beautiful one though, exactly 100 years old. It was a 0018, in spite of what I said 0018 throughout the whole video and also the reel on Instagram. But we later found out that it was a 0018, and because we measured the lower bout and the upper bout as well. During this period they looked pretty similar, the 0018s and the 0018, so it did take a while to figure that out, but now we know it is a 0018 and you voted on it. And I'm really curious to see what your favorite is this week, so let's dive in right away. We're going to start with a new guitar, straight from the factory. And this is a really popular model by Gibson, an electric. It is a guitar that is, most of the time it is out of stock at our store because it's such a popular model. It is the ES330. So we have a new one in a beautiful cherry finish. The 2026, have a look at this. So just a heads up that it is available right now on our website, but also in our store. So if you have the chance to stop by, then please do so and try out an ES330 if you haven't already. I've said it a lot in the past as well. I'm a really big fan of the 330 design. Something to do with being completely hollow. So when you're playing, it pushes some air, which is also nice for an electric guitar, of course, but an acoustic as well. But what I like about it, it's a really nice match when you're also a singer on a stage, because it may feel something like an acoustic guitar. It pushes some air. So if you're a singer, singer-songwriter, and you want to play electric on stage, maybe try out an ES330. This one is available right now. Then a guitar that I've been dying to show you. I really wanted to include this in the new arrivals. This guitar is pretty special to me. It is a Les Paul Special from 1960. I fell in love with it last week. I was thinking of buying it, ultimately decided not to do it, but yet. It is still available. It is a 1960 Les Paul Special double cut. Check this out. I think this is one of the coolest Gibson designs, especially when it's vintage and worn down like this. You see a lot of crackling in the finish. This one has been played a lot. So we did see a lot of specials and juniors over the last couple of weeks. That's mostly how it goes here at the Fellowship. You see one and then a whole wave of guitars follows. We did have a 1955 Les Paul Junior, which was a single cut. Then we had a 59 double cut last week. That was also in the new arrivals. And now a double cut special. So double P90s. There is one peculiar story about this guitar. One of the first things that I noticed when I played this guitar is that it has quite a narrow neck. And this is because this guitar had a reed neck. And we think this was done at the factory. Perhaps it did have a headstock break, maybe over at the heel. But it is a new neck. We think it's from the factory because there's also a serial number stamped in here, and also the color and the paint matches really well with the rest of the guitar. And we think this was done maybe late 60s or early 70s, because we know this era also for having the pencil necks, the really thin narrow necks over at Gibson. About 40 millimeters, I think. I don't know how that translates to inches, but those are the pencil necks. This one is quite beefy though, so it's still a chunky feel. But pretty narrow. For some people that is perfect. If you have smaller hands maybe, or you like that particular feel, then this is a perfect guitar for you. I've already tried this guitar out last week through an amp and it sounds fantastic. So I was already planning on choosing this for my first choice for this new arrival, so I'm going to do it. This is our first choice. This is a guitar from a builder that I do not know. And it is a lefty as well. Some lefty love. This is a guitar by Mark Hatcher. I really don't know what is inside of this case. Let's check it out together. Ooh. All right, some nice bear claw spruce, you see right away on the top. Fantastic figuring on here. Ooh. Beautiful quilted maple. We see a beautiful maple leaf here on the heel cap. So I know Mark Hatcher builds guitars in Vermont. Maybe you can help me out in the comments. Is Vermont a state where a lot of maple syrup is also made? Maybe there are a lot of maple trees and they make a lot of maple syrup there. It is a beautiful guitar. It is a lefty as well, so I'm not going to play it for you right now. Also check out this plate here on the back of the headstock. Some burly maple. There's also a logo in here, also on a piece of maple. There's really an homage or an ode to the maple tree. So I'm thinking maybe there's a connection there between Vermont and maple. A beautiful guitar. All right, guys, next up is a really tiny guitar case. I don't know if this forced perspective thing worked, but I hope it did. A really tiny case with a really tiny ukulele. Ukulele? This is a ukulele from the 1920s. A soprano ukulele. We call this a style O. There are a lot of different styles. First, it was we wanted to identify if this was a style O or a style 1. There's a really tiny difference also on the inlay. The style 1s have 2 dots on the 7th fret. So we think this is a style O, but we're going to dive into it this week. Completely made of mahogany, as you can see, a really simple design. So the style 1 will have double dots on the 7th fret, and it also has some rosewood binding here on the top as well. This is Honduran mahogany. Let me play it a little for you. This has a lovely sound. It's quite a cute instrument also to hold and to look at. Also a part of Martin history. So we see a lot of really old Martins, which is nice. From the 1920s, quite difficult to imagine that this instrument is so old.
Make it a new arrival.
Perhaps we'll make it a new arrival. It would be a nice change. I don't think we've ever done a soprano ukulele, especially not from the 1920s. I'll leave it here. It won't be in the way. So now we're on the complete other side of the spectrum. We went from the smallest instrument at the store to this humongous case. It says ZZ Top, so then you know what's in store for you maybe. We have a 1989 Gibson Explorer in a Polaris white, which maybe is also a little bit of a cigarette yellow. It has aged a lot. Of course, we know the Explorer also from Billy Gibbons from ZZ Top. He owns a 58 Explorer, and that's actually how old the Explorer design is. It is quite a futuristic and modern appearance that it has, but it is a design from 1958. So together with the Flying V as well, and the Modern, and one more that I'm forgetting the name of, but those were released in 1958, which is pretty crazy, I think. This is totally not a guitar from me. I think this is really a guitar for Rowdy. A lot of people will know him, but he will love this guitar. I'm not going to pick it for this new Rivals. I think I'm going with Laura's advice. And we're choosing the... Let's put these cases on top of each other. We're going with the 1920s soprano ukulele, I must say. Curious to see who is going to demo this. Maybe Tom? Good luck. We have here 2 Gibson Acoustics. I'm going to start with another large case. This is a SJ200, and the tag says that it has a Burgundy Mist Gloss finish, which really intrigues me. So let's have a look. Whoa. Whoa. That is special. I've never seen this finish on a Gibson Acoustic ever. Check this out. I think it matches the aesthetic of the SJ200 pretty well, I think. It's a nice look. Let's check out how it sounds. A classic jumbo sound, one of the better sounding ones of the last couple of months, I think. Together with a beautiful look, this metallic finish also changes depending on the angle that you're looking at it from. Really interesting guitar. There's another new Gibson that I also wanted to show you, and it's a smaller body. This is a J45 from the Murphy Lab in a heavy aged finish, as you can see. Like it's been played a lot. They have a lot of people working at the Murphy Lab playing this guitar for thousands of hours, and this is what you get when you receive the guitar. A really nice top end for a J45. Also has quite a bouncy feel when playing, something that I like in acoustic guitars. A lot of bass in as well. Just responds really natural. Beautiful instrument. There is one more. I've already put it there in front of the racks. Another new Gibson. And this one is even one step smaller than the J45 because this is a LG2. And I believe there are some new specs to this one that I haven't seen before on an LG2. Let's check it out together. Ooh, cool. So what is one thing that stands out, Laura, on this LG2 when you see it?
Next.
What did you say? The fingerboard inlays? Yeah, you're correct. If you have a look at this. So these are the advanced jumbo inlays, also here on the headstock. So this is a blend between an LG2 and an advanced jumbo, and I think it's a really nice match. I think it's a cool look as well. LR bags, VTC installed right now. This is the 1942 LG2 model, and it has a 1930s burst, they call it, in a VOS finish. So it's a little bit satin, not really relic like the J45 that we just saw. There were no keys on this top. This guitar sounds a lot drier compared to the J45 that we just heard, and it's a sound that I really like and also works well with the smaller body of an LG2. So right now for me it's in between this LG2 and the SJ200, which is also a beautiful look, which this has as well. But I like the sound of the SJ200 as well. Laura, if you had to choose?
SJ200.
Okay, it's clear. We're going with the Burgundy Mist metallic SJ200. What we have here is a beautiful Collings SoCo LC from our friends over in Austin, Texas. A beautiful semi-hollow body. Really nice figuring on this maple top here. LC stands for laminate construction. Maple laminate on the back here as well. A really nice faded red finish. This one is secondhand from 2015, but I can't find any playing marks on this, so it's almost as new. And we have the Lollar low wind humbuckers on here, which I like, really great sounding humbuckers. sort of a mix between a Les Paul and maybe a ES335. I really like the Soco design. Beautiful guitar, but there are a lot of electric guitars that I want to open this round because there's also a batch of Suhr guitars that came in. And we're going to grab Maiko because he's more of a prog sort of player and he likes those Suhr guitars. So we're going to grab him. Maiko, we need your help.
What's the matter, my man?
We have a lot of new Suhr guitars. See them here, there as well. And you're kind of a proggy player.
I am. I used to be. I do some prog, yeah.
Sure. So you like Suhr guitars?
Yeah, I've actually never owned one, just as a disclaimer, but I've always, liked the brand.
Like a Super Strat, humbucker in the bridge, maybe?
Super Strat, humbucker in the bridge. I love HSS configuration, and I think they're just a workhorse for session players. So, yeah, I do love them.
Let's open them. HH?
HH.
What do you think?
Actually, this reminds me of a guitar that Guthrie Govan used to have.
Yeah.
He used to be
also a Suhr player.
He used to be a Suhr player, yeah.
Then Charvel, I think.
Then Charvel and still with Charvel. But I think he was with Suhr for good reason because he's a very versatile session guitarist. I think if I want HH, I would have it in a 335 or Les Paul.
Okay.
If I would have a Strat body, I'd say HSS or SSS. Modern Custom is the same model, probably HS as well, with faded trans wine redburst.
Ooh.
It's an HSH actually. I think this is pretty rad. This is pretty cool.
Really nice top on here.
Yeah, I also like the finish on the other one though. I didn't mention that in the when we just had it.
I think this one pops a little bit more. I think you see the flame a little
more.
bit
The flame
better.
comes through really nice. The other one had a completely. I think they baked the maple necks. This one's got an ebony fingerboard, which I love. If you're going on craftsmanship, Suhr scores big points with me, and they do with this model.
Yes, sir. Next up.
Yes, sir. We just had a colleague coming in, dropping by, Daniel, and he explained that he was the one who ordered this guitar.
He spec'd this guitar.
He spec'd this guitar, including the color.
So, first reactions, let's see.
Oh boy,
Oh
Daniel.
boy.
Daniel sure has a taste for flashiness. Because Daniel's actually also a proggy guy.
Yep.
He is.
Plays a lot of PRS as well.
He plays a lot of PRS.
So this is sort of a lemony yellow.
I mean, if you're into this kind of thing, it's pretty rad. It's a really, really
citrusy,
popping
nice.
citrusy yellow. I'd say same specs. I think it's ebony. Oh, this neck is actually
more satin.
It's more satin and it's not baked. I think pretty cool. If I had to choose one of these three, it will probably be the second one.
The second one.
The wine red, the faded wine red. That was pretty cool.
There's one more though.
Okay,
There's one more. Yeah.
Final one,
The
right?
final one.
I already see this is a modern T.
Yeah.
Figured Koa Trans Brown.
You like a telly, right?
I do.
Oh.
This is not a classic telly at all.
Nope. So this is a Koa. It is a Koa top.
Koa body top.
I think it's a mahogany body with a
I can
Koa
see
top
it's mahogany, maple,
with a flame on it as well. And baked.
rosewood fingerboard. This one instead of ebony.
Roasted maple.
Roasted maple.
Also covers on the humbuckers. Big pro.
Yeah.
Better than coverless.
I do agree. That's one thing that I don't like about the HSH configurations.
It's a simple switch, but I think it does a lot for the look of a guitar.
Either way, I do like natural wood tops.
Yep.
And Koa is a nice wood.
You're a sucker for wood, right?
I'm a sucker for wood, yeah.
I'm leaning towards this one, but it's up to you.
Okay.
It's up to you. Is it the second one, the wine red, or this telly? And what do you think Tom will like when playing the demos?
Ooh. Well, in that case...
We have to think about Tom.
We have to think about Tom. Well, Tom is a sucker for wood, right?
He is a sucker for wood, I think.
I'd say let's go with the Koa one then.
Let's do it. Fourth and final choice. Alright guys, that was it for this week of new arrivals. Please let us know which is your favorite of the week. I think we have a really colorful selection of guitars. There's something for everybody here. We have a Suhr, a Tele, a modern guitar. We have a Burgundy Mist SJ200. We have a ukulele as well from the 1920s. And a vintage Gibson. So what's not to like? Please comment down below or vote in the poll as well. Laura, your favorite of the week?
The Uke.
Uke?
Uke.
I'm going with the Les Paul Special. Colin?
The SJ200.
SJ200. Timon?
The ukulele.
Ukulele.
Yeah.
Martijn?
I haven't seen anything that's in this good selection.
Okay. So watch the video. Thanks guys, see you next week.